done, but are you really getting anything done?
Right.
Welcome to Fire Talks by Tech Wing Bites. I'm Clint. I've built software, led teams, and now a founder, helping builders who are ready to make the leap, but can't quite see the path yet. Every episode is one conversation closer to clarity on ownership, execution, and momentum.
Welcome to Fire Talks. Productivity and focus. All right, Hassan, let's go ahead and introduce yourself, and we'll take it from there.
All right. My name is Haas Sajay. I am, I'm a few things. I am a consultant with Tech Wing Management. I am a barber, and I'm an educator. I also go by Professor Haas. Taught on the college level, taught on junior college level, and always been intrigued by technology and how far we've come from, when I was a kid to where we are now. And this is an interesting topic for me, and I'm looking forward to having some organic conversation.
Wonderful. Thank you, Hassan. Cap, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself and what you do?
My name is Mr. Cap. Everybody call me Mr. Cap. That's my stage name. I'm a rap artist first, and then I'm a developer. I'm a software web crypto developer. I worked in the school system or in the college system. I taught computer network engineering. That's what I got my degree in, computer network engineering. But it was way back in the day. And right now, currently working on several projects and mainly in AI crypto, in the AI crypto space and the music space as well. So.
All right. Thanks, Cap, and welcome. Over productivity and focus. I can go ahead and kick that off. For me, I've been hesitant to get back into coding, and then after looking back online and seeing so many people building, I'm like, all right, time to do it. And then I got a little crazy. I downloaded all of the building platforms. That's the Codex, the Cursor, the Antigravity. Of course, Claude is number one. And I started to build 3 or 4 apps at the same time. Oh, I was going good. The difference is when I was coding, it was like you get an idea, you fight on it, you make some issues, and then you call it a day. And then you come back the next day, and then you hit it. Coding in AI gives you so much productivity. You have 20 things in the old school way that I might take 20. I might get them all done, and when I'm done, I'm good for the next day. Now I can do 20 times 4 and just keep going. I could just see the things changing. I can see it going. I keep switching between the different projects, context switching, and I'm just knocking stuff out. The problem is you get burned out. You get burned out really fast because it's over productivity. You're doing great, but now it starts to take a toll on you. You get stressed. It starts to hurt. That's from a coding perspective, but I see this from anyone, right? The system, Claude system, has this thing called Claude Code, which means anybody can be a builder, right? They can start to automate their life, and I can do this, let me do that other thing, and they're just diving deep into it, right? So I wanted to kind of bring this as an initial topic, kind of see what are y'all thoughts. If are y'all feeling the same pain? What's going on in your overproductivity life?
Yeah, I'll let you have that one.
I feel your pain to a certain degree. Yeah. What would take us a 6-month project back in the days and a team of people, you could do it pretty much by yourself and in a maybe a couple of days. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about from conception to completion, a couple of days. You know what I mean? Like realistically, that's if you focus. Um, the AI space, the AI building space, to me, in my opinion, it works for us developers, but it's more efficient for people that have a focused what you call profession. So if you're a lawyer and you need something to benefit you as a lawyer in the AI from the AI space, then you know exactly what you need
Right.
to move forward to make your situation more streamlined and better. And so you don't have like 50 million different I can't think of the word, but you don't have 50 million different professions that you can perfect as a lawyer than
Right.
you would as a person that write code or a person that's a developer. Because developers are creative, you know what I'm saying? So we pretty much be all over the place. 1 minute I'm building a platform to deliver to release music. The next minute I'm building a platform to verify crypto tokens, cryptocurrency, and the
Right.
next minute I'm building a platform that can automate uh, building websites or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and like you say, I go from one thing. I'm scatterbrained. I'm all over the place. So I go from one thing to the next to the next. If I have 50 tabs open on my screen and none of them are related to each other, no kind of way.
Right. Yeah. Same. Yeah.
So,
1,000 tabs and tab groups and just keep going.
yeah, and then you'll go to then you get going to one. You start working in that one, and then something else will catch your eye, and then you'll go and start fooling with that, and then whatever else you was working on, that didn't took a back seat. And so it's just for us developers, it's tough.
Yeah. Well, let me
But
ask you on the catch your eye thing, right? Like before, it would be just a new idea. Like you said, developers are creative. They're always thinking it's a new idea. It catches you. But sometimes if you get into that flow state, you're just building. In this day and age, with all the social media notifications or whatnot, I'm sure you potentially heard about OpenClaw and all of the other new things that's kind
yeah,
of. So you building and you excited and you in flow state, and then a notification pops up about this new shiny object. Is that how it pulls? Because that's how it pulls me. How does it pull you out?
that's it does me exactly. I'm the same way, but I so now we used to have software stacks when we in a in a development environment or whatever.
Mhm.
But now your stack is because AI interprets code so good. Your stack is an AI stack. So my stack may be Antigravity, OpenClaw, Lovable, and Google Stitch or something like that. That might be my real live tech stack
Right,
because all of them understand code, so I don't have to deal with that, right?
right.
But the good thing is that I know how to interpret code as well. So
Certainly.
I know what to look for and what to ask for. That's the only advantage somebody like a person like myself will have.
I agree.
Other than that, we just like it's still, like it's somebody that don't have no kind of coding skills at all that's passing me all the way up and going all the way, like I say, from conception to completion to delivery.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here like I got 150 apps and 150 websites that's just sitting in my queue, just
Yeah.
sitting there. Yeah.
But and that's it, right? You have that background, you have that experience, and
Yeah.
that's what allows you to kind of build trust, right? Because like myself, like at first when I first started using AI, I was watching it. I was like watching the code it was building. I'll be honest, I don't really watch the code anymore. I become a full-time tester. Like, okay, this is how I want it to work, and this is how I'm gonna go. You know, I'm gonna pause for a second. Hassan, he mentioned a couple terms, the lovable, and have you heard of these things before?
No.
So the last time we had Clift on, we were talking about base 44. Lovable is pretty
Mhm.
much the same type of thing, an online platform that you can use to pretty much code, right? And I think you already heard about Claude and these things before, where we're coding locally. So how about you, Hassan? I know you're not really building from that sense, but you're still building.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I think Cap said something, especially at the end. When you're using AI, because I think AI is a great partner tool, and it definitely helps you, like, because there's a bunch of things that it's helped me to do that would normally have taken me 6 months to create, and I did it in a few hours, right? And so but and I think you've talked about it too, right? Like when it creates this code, if I create the code, I'm gonna look and I'm like, okay, yeah, this look good, I guess, because I'm not really familiar with it.
Right.
And that's one of the things that I always tell people when it comes to AI. If Don't ever use AI for something you don't know. Like if you can't test it, if you can't check it, if you can't vet the what's generated, the output, then don't use it. And I think right now you have people who are using it, they're dangerous with it, right? They're creating these products, and they don't really know how it works, they just know that it's creating it. And so you can get yourself in trouble with that, especially if it has anything that's disseminating information, or you got a customer keys basically, hey, it's doing this to my data, what's wrong with it? Well,
Yeah.
you don't know, because you don't know that stuff. You just know that it's working. And so I think that's where you can get yourself in danger. That's one reason why I
Well,
say you always use AI as a partner, not as you're not as someone that or something that you don't understand or don't know how to use.
Facts.
well, I would say this. You're right. But now, a lot of the AI platforms are they're extremely sophisticated, right?
Yep.
So they're giving you, they're letting you know, hey, these are the issues you have with security.
Right.
Instead of like you deploying this at your own risk now, because it tells you like, hey, the site everything looks good, everything is perfect, but these are issues you have with security. And
I
a lot of times the AI might get you caught. You might get caught in the loop. So I know you know what this means. What I'm talking about, Clint. You get caught in the loop where it's not really fixing the issue. It's saying, we can fix it. You click on fix it. It's not fixing it. Then it's up to you to go in and see what the actual issue is. Or what I love about it is with Claude. I see my subscriptions. I'm paying the top tier for the subscription. I'm paying $200 a month for ChatGPT. I pay the $200 for Claude, $250 for Gemini, and I pay $200 for Lovable, and I pay 191 is $200 for Replit.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
so I'm paying $1,000 a month just on AI.
Right.
But if I can make 10,000 a month, and paying 1,000 a month is fine. It's not a big deal.
That's the way.
But what I'm saying is they constantly update and upgrade the AI software, and the security is like one of the number one things now. At first, it wasn't no security police. Security may get mentioned here and there if you was a person like me that understood what security mean when you building an app or you building any kind of software that another person got to download, or somebody's gonna, like, you building a web app or not or whatnot. So you'll understand, you already understood that, but then they start implementing it. So now you making my job even more easier.
Yep. Yeah.
Hey, I'm not. I have so many people right now, and I'm not trying to hog, but I got so many people right now in the music business and the entertainment business. They was hating AI. They was like, nah,
Yeah.
it's fake. It's this, that, and the third. I say, man, it's a tool.
It's a
I
tool.
said, when you go and update Pro Tools, Reason, whatever, it's gonna have AI already baked into it.
Right.
The updates have it. So you using it anyway. It's
Yeah.
not stopping you from being creative. It's just helping you get where you mix and master a song and took you a couple of days. Now you can do that in a couple of minutes. You know what I'm saying? Because AI gonna give you the stack that you need to do whatever you need to do,
100.
and real fast.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
fact.
and I agree because it like I said, it's a partner, right? But the thing is those are areas that you're familiar with. You could actually do it the old school way without AI. It's just going to take you a lot longer,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, I mean,
I agree.
And
I
and so
wouldn't.
now having AI, you know when it's doing something right. And that what I'm saying is when you're using AI and you don't know or you just assume that what it spits out is correct, that's where you can get yourself in trouble.
Well, like, I'm not disagreeing. I'm adding on top of what you are saying. I think that having a background and whatever else, whatever you're building, as a builder, or the output that you're looking for is key, 100%. Just to add to what Cap was saying, back in the day, last year, the AI wasn't really doing a lot of the things that I would do as a software engineer, right? Like, hey, I need to make sure I'm doing TTD, test-driven development. I need to make sure I have all my testing. What about the SDLC? Like, I got to make sure I do all of that. We talked about putting it in the MD files, the skill MMD file, so that it kind of knows what's going on. We had a context memory issues, so we had the hallucination. This is all like ages ago, just last year. But now what Cap was saying is that even though you know the space and you know it well, all of those things that you did before, like, these tools are just adding it for you. Not that you don't have to still pay attention to it. You just pay attention to it less. So now let's take a non-technical person not familiar with the industry, but they're at least a user, right? They're a user. Like you Hassan, you would say, hey, I'm a great user of, like, let's say LinkedIn, for example. So if you say you want to build a LinkedIn app, you know how it's supposed to work. But all those other things, like Cap mentioned, the security, just keeping things tight, don't over bloating the app, like all these things that we would normally think about. AI is building that in and building confidence, right? So now you're getting non-technical people that is presenting themselves as extremely technical because AI kind of covers their blind spots. So not negating what you're saying at all. I think that you're even more proficient if you have experience and background, and or even if you're a non-technical person, spend the time in learning as you're building. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I agree. I agree, but I also think that a non-technical person will win before a technical person will, because we're going to revert back to what we know, right? And what we know right now is, oh gosh, damn. What we know right now is like almost obsolete, right? We
Yeah.
know a lot of this stuff.
Right.
It's helpful to us. Me and you can have we can geek out in a conversation,
Yeah.
but what will we get done compared to somebody that's not a technical person, but they know exactly what they want to do, and they have to go and talk to that? Because remember, these are language models.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're talking plain, you're not talking technical. You don't have to talk technical. You just
No.
say, hey, look, I'm a barber, and I need an app that'll make my job more proficient and streamlined.
Right.
And this is where I work out of, and I want to bring more traffic. And you tell it that, you just tell it like that. You're not giving it no technical jargon, right? And that person that's non-technical is going to win because they're not hung up over the technical stuff.
Exactly.
I'm hung up over the technical stuff
Sometimes
because
are we a bottleneck? We technical people, are we a bottleneck? I was talking to a guy yesterday. I was like, yeah, I built this stuff.
absolutely.
And he's like, but did you? Why don't you just let it? And I was like, well, I need to maybe.
Hey, what's up? I'm Clint. Thank you for hanging out with me on this one. If you're listening or watching this cut, the full episode is on techwingman.substack.com. Go subscribe. It's worth it. And if you're already a paid member, you're good. Keep watching. Either way, I'd love to hear your thoughts. I actually read that stuff. All right, back to the episode. Hey, one more thing.
Like, is it our egos preventing us from just letting the
100%. I got a degree in computer network engineering, bro.
right.
I had to write code back 30 years ago.
Right.
when I wrote, I was building servers that was the size of refrigerators, bro.
Right.
And I had to program them
Yeah.
to support 100 nodes,
Mhm.
bro. Listen, man, that stuff don't even matter right now.
It doesn't.
It's obsolete.
It's really about conversation, is what you're saying.
It's obsolete, huh?
It's really about the conversation, like how articulate and clear and specific you could be about the outcomes that you actually want.
It's the evolution of technology.
Right.
The technology's evolution was always exponential, but it's right now it's in the upward curve, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was always gradually doing what it's doing.
Now
With AI, it just went straight up. And am I lying?
you ain't lying. You ain't lying. Cap, let me ask you, man. Let me ask you. Be honest. Be honest. How many active projects you actually have running right now?
I have over 100.
Damn, that's a lot.
Over 100. And that's, listen, that's only in Lovable.
Oh,
I even have a planetary simulation in Lovable right now.
nice.
And it uses a lot of GPU, right?
Mhm.
So it's a 3D planetary simulation. I got satellites. I have asteroid belt around the planet. I have shuttles and all kinds of stuff. A moon, the whole nine. And it's
Mhm.
a and it's interactive. You can change the atmosphere. You can do all kinds of stuff, but you got to have a good graphics card. If you don't have like a 5090 graphics card, it's gonna break your machine.
You gotta
That's
share.
how heavy it is.
You gotta share that when you have a chance. I want.
I'll send it to you.
I'm gonna on that one. I want to see what you got there.
Yeah.
Hassan, what about you?
And it look. It don't look. It look cool, but it's not. It's not even. It's not even like super detailed. It's just like it look cool, cool to play with. But it's like if I want to go even deeper, I have to spend another 30 grand just to build me a system that can handle it.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm having fun with it. I haven't had a chance to really just deploy something and make money. The only way I'm making money right now is building sites and having 7 people up on a subscription. And I'm trying to get up to like 10,000 subscribers where I build sites and pay me like $100 a month. So, I'm just 10,000, 100,000 a month, I'll be okay. I can move to New York.
Yeah.
I hear you. Hassan, how about you? You got any projects?
You
can do that.
Just
ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Nah.
Well, no, I mean, the one I spoke to you about previously, trying to eat cleaner, move healthier, but yeah, I've decided that I am going to go ahead and move over to Claude, use that chatbot,
Claude Code.
just yeah, and but the thing is it's really kind of about just being able to, like you were talking about, Cap, having a conversation about, like, okay, I wanted to learn me, but here's what I'm dealing with today. Still, what's the quickest thing that I can eat that's the cleanest for me, or and the most healthy for me that I could do, or what, I got 15 minutes to work out. What's the most efficient workout based off of what we've already discussed previously, and that I can actually get done in the next 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Right. And so those types of things, but I need it to be focused on what, who I am, where, what about me, what I'm trying to accomplish, and things like that. So
it got you. It got you. And I think Claude is really, really good at that. Claude will even push you back. But like, hey, hold on now. You lying. It's gonna call you out for sure.
Yeah. That's what I like about Claude. Claude is not ChatGPT is gonna help you, but it's the yes man. Yeah. And then Claude is like, hold on, fool. No.
See, no, but that's what I've been getting from Jay. I was just like, man, that you can tell there, because I've had it contradict itself, being a yes man. I'm just like, wait a minute, but I thought she said,
yeah, exactly. So check it out, right? So when we start as builders, right, and we get excited as our ego is carrying us to build all these different things. The whole goal, though, is to get it deployed, get it out, released, so everyone could see it. So that brings the dilemma of being productive and being busy. How do you see that?
Being productive
Versus
versus
busy.
being busy.
Versus busy. Because you have time, but are you really getting anything done?
Right. Like well, my dilemma is, I mean, it's straight up. I'm being busy. I'm not being productive at all. I don't feel like I'm bringing nothing to its full completion where I can say, okay, that's done. I got my paywall up. Whoever go click on that, I'm gonna make money from it. And I don't have nothing like that happen.
Yeah. So and I think I'm running into the same things too. I'm building stuff. So one of the things I'm starting to do now, I'm aiming to do. I already did one. I'm going to do more. It's starting to release my projects. You know, the ones that I know Claude could do with his eyes closed on GitHub. So it's on GitHub is where we release code and
Okay.
blah blah blah. Right. So that's one of the things I'm doing, but also like that's one of the reasons why I'm doing these fire talks too, right? Because you're not building in public, you're kind of building behind the scenes, so people really don't know. People need to know, like, hey, I'm building. You can start to get feedback on it and all of these things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's
I make sure I push everything over to a GitHub repository myself, because I think that's because GitHub now is it already had entered into the AI space, right? It already entered in there, and so they got a really good community, and they have it where you can use AI within Git and do the same thing you're doing in Lovable or Replit or Antigravity as well.
Right.
The reason I like Antigravity is because it's kind of like a hybrid between IDE and a terminal and a chatbot, and it allows you to, you know. And I've been working to master Antigravity. That's been my goal, is to master it, because you can use Claude code and OpenAI is what they got, OSS
Codex.
in there. Codex, yeah, they got Codex in there, so you can switch between those and use those inside of Antigravity.
Yeah, you totally can.
So wait, you were rattling off. You said an IDE.
Yeah, IDE. It's integrated development environment.
Yeah. So that's pretty much like a text pad on steroids for engineers.
Right. That's right.
It can do all the things we would expect it to do when building. The most popular one in these days is called VS Code, and I kind of and messing with it. Antigravity and Cursor, it builds upon that because it's something released by Microsoft. So it's open source, so they build on top of it, and it's pretty powerful. I think one of the things that really shocked me about Antigravity is when you have it test your UI, and you're like, hey, it just took over. It's doing everything. You see the mouse moving and everything. It's like, wow, that's great, but also scary. The ego part. Like, hold on.
Hey, look, it caught me off guard one time, the first time too. I'm like, what's going on? I'm thinking I'm moving the mouse, but it's actually Antigravity. I'm like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah.
And so yeah, it caught me off guard, but I was like, okay, cool. It's just testing out of sight. And then inside the console, it'll show you what it's doing. Like, it'll open up a web browser, and then it'll start kind of like going through what you done built. But it also keeps it off in like the walkthrough file, in the walkthrough file, like a visual version of it. It'll walk through it like a loop. It's like loop itself walking through it in the walkthrough. And like, that caught me off guard too. You're like, what's going on? Am I like?
Yeah, that's on. So it creates a document and it says, this is what I'm doing, so you can see it. You can see it doing what it's doing. You can also see it written, like what it's doing. That's what he was referring to. You know.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
I'm-
yeah,
go
I
ahead.
spend a lot. I spend way too much time not completing. Like I said, I got some great projects. I'm sure you got great projects too, but I don't know why I'm not bringing these projects to completion. You know, like these shiny new toys, you know, and you get this. It's easy. I'm easily distracted,
Easily.
and that's why I say that the people that have a focus skill set, a focus skill, they're gonna win because they know they got tunnel vision of what they need to get done.
Exactly. Focus.
Yeah, they got focus. Yeah, we don't.
Yeah. I think um it's one of those things that if we build our focus and build that scope, you know, what's scope creep persona is if you say you're going to do this, but then, you know, the shiny project and it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. If we say, hey, let's stay within scope, let's create a MVP, a minimum viable product that actually works, that produce some sort of value. I think that's the key part. And what I've been doing is, as I get new ideas, like I can do this too, I have a little notepad and like I just keeping track of it. You know what I mean? Just to try my best to focus. Here's the current story I have. I started building. I knew I was going to be building a lot of projects, and I know I was going to get distracted because, you know, you've been doing this, you kind of already know. So I built an app to help me manage the apps I'm going to be building. So I'm working on that. And while I'm working on that, I was like, you know, I do some consulting work, right? And sometimes you have to go read all these emails and then build a status report and then send it. So I'm building that app, right? So I'm building these two apps, right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm going. And then I had this next app that I'm also building as far as like, you know, gamification, trying to fix. So my brain is just going like this, and this is happening even though I'm on the phone during the day, checking email, like all of this is like boom, 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 boom. And then I was like, all right, this is too much. It's beating me up. So I decided to build a new app, and I've gotten a lot further with this new app. And this app is a productivity app. Like I'm timing myself. It pops up and says, "You working too long. Stop now." Right. So now I haven't even touched the other ones. I'm building on this one, and I feel like I'm really making some sort of productivity. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm getting there. The whole point is
It don't work.
Yeah.
It don't
You said,
work.
man, I got too many projects. I'm working on too many apps. Let me build an app to help me work on all these other apps.
Exactly.
That's crazy, right? Like it won't even like I would say I'm gonna just focus on this one thing all day today. I'm not gonna work on nothing else. Even that's a distraction because I'm still thinking about all the other stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah,
what
I'm focused in. Huh?
I said, well, that's why you put the notes. Like my whole thinking process is in this app. So I was like, put a note and come, because this is the same thing. When you were coding back in the day, did you use the to do feature / to do colon? I use that
because the reason why we use that is because it took us 6 to 9 months to build a project. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we made about if we're doing an app, probably, you know, we probably make $100,000, right?
Right.
But it wasn't nothing else we could do. We couldn't do nothing. We couldn't segue off into another project because you had a team of people working on this app.
Exactly.
Right. And everybody had to do their part. You had people that did the front end, you had people that did full stack, you had people that did back end, you had people that did database stuff, security. You had all these different people working on this one project. And then we had to test it. That took like 2 months. You had to test it for 60 days because everything had to line up right. You know what I mean? So it was just the wild, wild west back then. Now it's like right now it's like the .com bubble right now that we in with AI, because it's just. And the other thing I want to say to y'all is, like, we're still like in the infancy of this AI movement. It's 1.6 billion people that use AI, but it's 0.04% of the people that use AI use it the way we use it as developers.
Agreed. Agreed.
So it's not even close. We still on the cutting edge of something that we can actually, if us developers do settle down and focus and start putting out these unique projects, we can win.
Agreed. I think also we've been talking in context of an individual building or a very small team, but I think big teams is running into the same issues as well, right? Like, and there's even studies that shows that, hey, give AI to your developers, they can become more productive in a team. But now you have, project managers coding now, or vibe coding or whatever, right? So now everyone is being productive, but yet still nothing is being released.
Yeah, well, that go back to what I said earlier. The developers are not releasing stuff because we're perfectionists and we kind of get in our own way. And like you said, it's ego. The vibe coders, it's communities of vibe coders that are delivering products that are making money from it. They got monthly subscriptions, 100,000 people that's subscribed to their stuff for $5 a month or whatever. They winning because they're not coders. They don't understand what we understand, and that's the beauty of that's how uneducated people win, right? Even back in the day, a person that got 50 million degrees, they limited by what they know.
Right.
The people that's not limited, they're not limited because of what they don't know, right? They're gonna be like, okay, well, this is what I want to do. This is how I see it working. So how do I get from point A to point B right now? And they just move forward with that. We gonna be like, okay, before we get to point A, before we get even to point B, we got to go to 1 point A and 1 point B and 1 point. We got to do. It's gonna be so much in between A and B for a developer to where we'll never make it to B.
Right.
But a person that understands and that's focused, and they know what their focus is, what they skill is, and how they want to go from A to B. Is nothing in between. There's nothing stopping them because they're not overly educated about code. They're not overly educated about, well, we're gonna need this and we're gonna need that. They don't think about that stuff. And before you know it, a week later, they got a project completely done because they didn't have none of the hang-ups that we have as developers.
So I mean, we can say that AI, like, there's a classic problem, and the problem is, yes, the classic argument and the classic problem. Classic argument is, because you have that experience, because you have that knowledge, right? And you're a builder, just like a non-technical person entering into the space for the first time. To your argument, we are trying to perfect, and they're just getting it through because they don't know about all the things they're supposed to. So they're kind of building for the short term. So the argument is, are we building for the long term? Right? Like that's just a classic argument. The other argument comes down to, there's always been the shiny item issue. Like, hey, this is something new. Let me check it. Ooh, something new. Do you? And we've always fight with that, right? I talked about the / to do. In today's world with AI, do you think AI has made the overproductivity, the shiny project issue worse? I think so.
Yeah, the reason why is because in a couple of months from now, it's gonna be something better than all this stuff we're using right now.
I know.
That's true.
5 point Codex 5.3 Codex came out, and I thought it was good. It was slow, it was good. And then Codex 5.4 came out, and I'm spending a lot of time just the other day, right?
The other day, right?
OpenAI, ChatGPT, IDE. Yeah. And then Claude came out with 4.6 Opus, which is awesome, but it eats tokens. So then I was like, I'm gonna just use Sonnet, which is one level down, but it's getting the job done. So I'm just using that because it's not eating my tokens, but I'm still getting work done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's always there. I I mentioned OpenClaw earlier because that's taking the world by storm. Hassan, we talked about that the last time, right? You remember that? Well, recently, NVIDIA, they make the GPUs, the graphic processing units, right? Usually for video cards, but it does great for all the AI stuff. And they just released one called PicoClaw, I think. It's like the corporate version of OpenClaw, and it's open source, which means anybody can use it. So I foresee in the next couple months, more and more people is gonna get into it. That's all. Even you can get into it if you want. He's like, hey, let me build some stuff, right? And then you just check with us, and we'll spend the next year on it because perfection.
But some people are building these projects that are like lightweight projects that these agent forward projects, right? Like, I don't know if you heard of this new one called Marbleism.
Marbleism, no. Maybe we can look that up.
Marbleism. And basically it's clients that'll run your whole business for you.
Oh, AI employee.
Is that similar? Like, because I think that was you were talking about base 44. And it's similar to that, or
Base 44 is like an online way for you to create apps. Yes, you can create AI assistants, but this thing look like it's already built for you. You just gotta say, I want X, Y, and Z. Go ahead.
So yeah, it's already built out for you to just use as a tool, right? Like you can hire these agents to do your social media, whatever you needed to do. Yeah, that right there.
AI employees to scale your business. Get an AI team who runs in your inbox, your social, SEO, lead generation. Dang, that's everything, right? And that's probably base level. It's probably gonna make mistakes, but a year from now, this will be pristine, guaranteed.
So and they make self-deprecating ads about themselves, right? You shouldn't get Marbleism because your productivity is just gonna go through the roof. Type of
Yeah. It's not bad. It's not bad. I can totally see a lot of people using it.
Well, and then you look at the price, right? $34 a month, $44 a month. Like what? That's
nothing.
A non-technical client of mine, non-technical client that I'm building websites for, introduced me to this a few days ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, what you mean? Well, I'm using Marbleism. I'm like, what is that? And she showed me what Marbleism was, and I was like, now I'm going to use something that was introduced to me by a non-technical person now.
Right. Totally. So I do have
my ego. I gotta take my ego at the door when it comes to this space now.
You have to. Without that, you're gonna be spinning your wheels. And that brings me to this question. And the question that I have written down here is, what is one thing that you keep coming back to when everything fails? Your productivity fails. You can't. You're stuck. You're trying to finish that project. For me, it's the future, which is AI agents, right? And AI agents has many forms, from a simple prompt to even more complicated workflows that ties in with automation. And when you have something like this, Marbleism, just saying, hey, this AI agent, because that's what these probably are, is trained on sales or lead generation. You just give it the work.
But that's exactly what it is. They train on certain skill sets, right? And they're versatile. It's a versatility to it because the AI agents. Now, what's up under the hood, I haven't even checked to see yet. But if people is using it and is working for them, it's because they're set in that whatever that skill they set in, and they're not worried about it breaking or not working, right? It's working for them right now.
Right.
So, I mean, I just got to get out. Me personally, I got to get out of my own way when it comes down to this kind of stuff, man. My ego is really kicking my ass when it comes down to making progress in this space.
I think all builders is sitting in this, right? And we need to get over that hump and kind of trust in our own efforts. Like, I'm building AI agents, but yeah, I might be wanting to check and make sure it's doing it right, because I really don't want the AI agent to have total access to everything I have. You know what I'm saying? So work in progress for sure.
So did you go and buy like did you go buy your a Mac Mini when OpenClaw dropped?
I bought it before OpenClaw dropped, because I just needed an upgrade. I have the old Ventura laptop with a little dashboard. I needed a new computer. I needed more memory. I bought it, and then like I think two or 3 days later, I saw Mac Minis. Like the price has gone up. And like, what the hell's going on? And then I saw the OpenClaw thing. Yeah. But like, and think about it. Cloudflare. Oh, I think it's called Cloudflare. They're
Cloudflare.
They're offering OpenClaw hosting, right? Like I looking up a new host, and they have OpenClaw hosting now. You know, that stuff is cool. It's dangerous for stuff like Hassan, prompt injection. A lot of people use it where the OpenClaw is talking to them through their email or their message or some sort of Telegram or WhatsApp. Or something. So someone could just send a message in there, and boom, you got problems. But I think that's gonna be a problem until you could solve what I'm calling the auth, the authentication and authorization problem, which we should totally own. We humans, that is. Everything else is in here.
Well, maybe we should build an app that's for that, for authentication, authorization, authentication app.
I like
that's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke.
I'm down. I'm still down. I'm gonna get it across the finish line. Let's go. We got to get something across the finish line, Cap. Come on, now.
I'm down with it, man. I'm down with it.
You throw brains in there. It's like, check this, check all these things. You know what I mean? like
well, we did. Well, me and my partner, we did just complete an app that it verifies cryptocurrency, right? So you can put your cryptocurrency, you put the contract address inside of this app, and it'll score it from 1 to 100.
Right.
You know, like if it's low, it'll tell you, and then you go to the next phase of it on fixing that token.
Right.
On the blockchain.
Nice.
And it works. It works, yeah.
That's good stuff. You got you guys, once you have you released it yet?
Yeah, it's out. It's go to Token CSI. It's like go tokencsi.com. And basically you can put the token contract address inside of it, and it'll give you a whole readout.
Nice.
And a score.
That's good stuff, man.
Yeah.
All right.
It'll cost you with 40 tokens. So
it costs you what?
No, I said it gives you 40 tokens for free.
Oh, that's even better, right? People get in there and use it. I think we've kind of covered the core crux of this, right? In order for us, those people those builders with engineering background, we got egos preventing us from getting things over the hurdle. We got to get over the hurdles, right? So we got to get the idea, we got to put it in, and then we need Hassan to come like knock us in the head, like, what you doing? Keep going, get us across the finish line, right? What do you have any last things to add, Hassan?
No, I mean, I think overall, you know, I feel better after this one to know that us non-technical folks can get stuff across the finish line a little better than y'all technical folks. And but no, I mean, I think just, I mean, it's crazy, like what Cap was just showing. What was it called? Marbleism.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just like to see things like that. I mean, those are things that you kind of saw coming to an extent, you know what I'm saying? And so to see that it's here and it's only going to get better. Now that it's here, it's just going to get better and better.
Right.
And so you know, that's where people talking about, you know, this is going to take my job and type things, and I still say only because if you use it like a Oh yeah, I'm not worried about my job. Yeah. But I'm just saying your job in general, like, you know what I'm saying? What it does is it provides more opportunity for you to do your own thing. And people don't look at it that way,
Right.
you know? And so
So
I think that it was like that it was cool to hear stuff like that, but just to kind of hear you guys talk about the fact that, you know, how AI actually helps let me say less technical
Less
people.
technical. I think it's a transitional shift. So I think that's where we are now.
Yeah.
And in the upcoming months, you're gonna see more people start to realize the overproductivity issue and the burnout issue, and can come up with solutions for it. Last year, the whole hallucination context window issue, the AI forgetting what you're saying, and now they threw more infrastructure and database and more algorithms around it. And now for us, as far as perception is concerned, we're like, oh, the AI is smarter, right? But that's them fixing the problem. So right now we got that productivity problem. I'm sure someone is gonna come up with a way. I even had AI. Even remember I told you I'm working between windows. It was like, you've worked enough. Go take a rest. It literally said that to me. I was like, oh, okay, you're right.
So do you think that with Marbleism, now you went and looked at Marbleism, do you think a technical person or a non-technical person built it?
I would say mid. Mostly
Mid.
non-technical, because they're bringing business processes here, right? Like
Exactly.
these
I
are
think it was a person that became somewhat technical in their quest to solve a problem.
right, and that's how we need to think, Cap. That's what we need. We need to solve problems and then move to the next one, and don't get stuck up on trying to perfect it.
Yeah, you can't solve the problem if you don't you don't get past the finish line.
True.
I'm telling you, and that's what I'm gonna work on today, man. Today is my day to work on getting to completion. I literally have over 100 projects, and all of them are, in my mind, $1 billion projects. Right?
Yeah.
All of them,
Right.
all could make it $1 billion. But
I hear you.
it just,
I hear you.
how do we get past, delivery? I didn't need to be able to deploy these,
Yeah, I hear that, man. Is there anything else you want to add as we come to a close here?
Nah, man, I mean, like, I'll just add that, for the developers, the people that's in the space that are legacy developers, let's don't get in your own way. Don't let your ego guide you in this space, because we're in a different, everything that we did 10, 20 years ago is 100% obsolete. It's good to have the skill, but it don't mean nothing right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for the non-technical people, man, it's like, man, do your thing. And, like, just go ahead and go for what you know, because that's all you know what to do, is go for what you know. That's all I gotta say, man.
Man, thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. I appreciate your feedback. I hope you join some more in the futures. All right, y'all. Have a good rest of your day. I appreciate y'all. See you.
All right.